Alright, good to have you folks here again. This is Light Fairytale, episode 2. Welcome. So last time, we saved the flower girl Ayaka from the Imperial soldiers. We were gonna go save the mystery girl they're looking around for, which is maybe, possibly, Kuroko. We were gonna go save her from the soldiers as well. Ayaka teamed up with us. Hooray. All she does is heal, except if we equip her with an offensive spell orb, then she can, like, do some spells, but otherwise not really. Yeah, she is on the crew, and we were gonna go save that person, but then it turned out a old guy called Daichi decided to... Hey, look, moving around the camera. Daichi decided to go to the source of the perpetual winter down here in the Deeplands, and seemed to get lost over there, so we headed off over there as well to save him. We did save him from this camp of ornery goblins hanging out here in these tunnels. Now, hold on, I want to really quickly see what's over here. Now we need to go... Ah, it's a dead end. Now we need to head to this fight with these goblins, I guess. Oh, hey, easy there. By the way, our MP is exhausted at the moment, which means we are not going to be doing much in the way of heals on... extra damage, but it looks like we still popped off quite a bit of damage. Are we still getting the elemental bonus? I'm not sure. Doesn't it normally say, like, weak if we're getting them with their weakness? I don't know. Anyway, we need to go find the ice spirit who is causing all of this winter here, which is where Daichi headed next. I actually forget what the name of the ice spirit was. It's the elemental of ice, I guess. Yeah. So, still like 50% of this ice ruins to take care of. Actually, probably less, because I already went a little bit that other way that last time. We fought the Hall Guardian, which is that big Minotaur guy in the hallway. Obviously, it's a Hall Guardian. Where are you gonna find it? In the hallway. So we might be like 60% done with this place. Just a guess. I mean, I have no idea. Did we check out this branch ever? I think we did, so this is the dead end where we can't get through here. There may have been an item here, I think, when we first came through here. Oh yeah, we also have a summon magic now, which is a little weird. I kind of would have maybe liked a little bit more pomp and circumstance for, you know, a freaking summon being now in the game. Maybe some explanation. But I realized, of course... Let's talk a little bit about that one Final Fantasy, the one with the number 7, that might have influenced some of the design of this game. It's admittedly true that the first summon you get in that game doesn't really get any preamble anyway. Well, potentially the first. You can miss it. But admittedly, the second summon doesn't even get much explanation either. That actually is part of the story, at least. You get gifted it as a reward. But it's just like, you know, again, no real elaboration on why summons are a thing. Kind of one of those quirks of Final Fantasy VII, I have to say, now that I think about it. It's never been like a deal breaker for me, but now that I think about it, I think I did kind of like... It kind of was on my mind already a little bit already as a kid when I played these games. A little bit of me just being like, what? So what exactly happens with these summons? What the heck? I don't get it. What's going on here? Also interesting because the next 3 Final Fantasies after that, summons are pretty damn integral to the whole thing, and, well, again, the exact logistics of how it all works is a little, at times, but... What do you mean I can't? Oh, it's Ayaka's turn. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong turn order. Yeah, the logistics of how summons work may be a little but, you know, summons at least are a thing that is established as part of the setting and, you know, integral to the plot, whereas in 7, they just kind of are in the game because you need to have summons in a summons in a JRPG, don't you? So I guess, once again, par for course, this game trying to riff on Final Fantasy VII a little bit, which isn't as felt as strongly in this part of the game. This area isn't all that hugely like any FF7 area. But Temple of the Ancients, maybe like a little bit of that vibe, but with like this snow glow cover to it. But at least that's like on point. They're like completely arbitrary and poorly explained summon magic. Just a little funny observation I made playing this. Ooh, yeah. I don't know, like, do you guys think it's bad of me to constantly keep talking about Final Fantasy VII in the conjunction of this game? What's the vibe you guys have? I don't know. Cause the thing is, I'm not the only one who's observed. You know, the first episode 1 had some kind of visual similarity to Final Fantasy VII for sure, because other people did notice that, not just me. And of course, the developers, hey, an item, god damn. HP all fizzle, yay. The developer Neko.Works has said that this is supposed to be a love letter to classic JRPGs, but they haven't exactly elaborated on... I kind of feel bad leaving this one area. Let's go, come on, spiders. One more fight, let's get that EXP. Eesh. Ugh. Yeah, so the developers never said specifically that it's supposed to be FF7 that this game's supposed to resemble, so I feel a little bad constantly just comparing this game to that game. But like I said, I just cannot seem to help myself. It just seems to pop up. Maybe it's just because I'm just a giant FF7 fan. It kind of was my first JRPG. Not entirely true. My first... I'm pretty sure it definitely counts. Pokemon Blue was the first JRPG I really played a lot of as a kid. But FF7, like, which like kind of like really like was the gateway drug on, I like this genre, whereas with Pokemon, you know, Pokemon was Pokemon, so I was like, I'm into Pokemon after having played that. How are these spiders getting this many turns? Well, I guess this is what I get for being like, oh, let me do the spider fight. I hate leaving that one, like, fight part left undone, but, Gotcha. Ooh, cool. We got an achievo for doing over 500 damage with a single attack. Well, hot dang diggity. Now, let's see, I think... Oh, there's still an encounter in that. Good lord. Well, I'm gonna go top up here. Because I remember, and there's no enemies in this hall anymore, so that's good. There is a free healing spot here at the end of this hallway, so I'm gonna do that, and am I gonna go fight those spiders one last time? For all I know, I missed some, like, enemy fighting spot in the sewers on my first go, but, you know, if we can grind some levels, at least, maybe I'll do that really quickly. I think with full health I can handle the spiders. Plus we're gonna get our Fury very soon. We can drop Elemental Storm and that'll probably kill the spiders real quick-like. So, yeah. So yeah, maybe it's just me who's biased because FF7 is a big, like, cornerstone of the genre for myself. Maybe. Oh no! That's not something I counted on there being 4 of these things. You know what? I'm gonna sit on that Fury for a moment. We're gonna be taking quite a few shots our way, so let's see if we can't... Whew, good. One less. Let's see if we can't tank a few shots before I use that Fury to heal us both up. Ooh. You know, I wonder if the, like, enemy encounters aren't random per se. I wonder if, like, it is set, like, the order of different enemy configurations you face in these areas. Because this seems like a, you know, a logical progression after your fighting previously, like, you know, like kind of like an escalation, if you will. And it seems almost too good to have been random. So I wonder if like all these areas are kind of preset with the encounters you have. Who knows? But hey, that was clean, and we got a level 8 for Ayaka, so I'll say that was worth it. Yeah. I will say what is a weird cornerstone apart from FF7 for myself. And this is so silly, but it's a game I've never played, but I read about it so much. Breath of Fire 3. And the reason I read about it is this is so like kind of nerdy, and it's like you had clear indication that I had a ton of free time as a kid, but like we had to look up when we were playing FF7, we had to look up some guides occasionally. And I remember being like, we found like, I don't remember what the name of the site was anymore, but it was like a really well done website for, you know, 2000, 1999, 2000, 2001, like a really well done website which had like screenshots of like pertinent moments of the game to pay attention to and stuff for all the games that they had guides for. So I remember like actually being like, well, why don't I read some of these guides for some of these other games here? Which I know it's so silly now that I think about it to be like, to like spend time reading about guides for games you're not even playing, but I guess it was a vicarious way of enjoying games. I mean, what the heck, like I'm recording this video so you can watch a playthrough of a game that you know, you're not playing, so it's really all that different in hindsight. I don't know, but anyway, Breath of Fire 3, I remember, like, that guide kind of melted my brain back in the day. Because I was imagining what the actual game is like in this description from the guide of, this game is crazy, it sounds so cool. Never had a chance to play it, but, like, that's one of those, like, I try to avoid port begging, but one of the things I hope Capcom would do one day is, like, some kind of remasters or PC ports or something of the Breath of Fire series. That would be, like, excellent. So I could finally play 3 someday, you know, fulfill that life goal. I actually have another RPG life goal that I could fulfill, but I actually haven't gotten around to it. Guardians Crusade was a kind of an obscure PSX RPG, you know, the golden age of JRPGs. This was one of those, like, that wasn't one of the giant killer series, but was a you know, a JRPG of the PSX era, and I had a PSX magazine, I remember, that had, like, you know, this was the day when, you know, people bought magazines about video games. I mean, there's still some in this day and age, but not as much. And they would have, like, actual guides, you know, cheat codes and, like, actual, like, walkthrough things in those journals. Because, again, people didn't use the internet that much back in late 90s. So I remember that there was a guide for Guardians Crusade, and it was, like, again, there was only the text to read about you, like, what you adventure and the creatures you fight. That, like, was, like, blowing my mind, imagining what it must be like. And it was crazy. And I remember the guide wasn't the full walkthrough, because that's what they did back in the day. You couldn't fit a walkthrough for a full game in a journal. So instead, it was like, up to this point of the game, buy the next issue to find out the rest of the guide. So it was only up to, like, the 4th boss of oh no, a leader. Only up to the 4th boss of Guardians Crusade, this guide. And so I was just left being like, but I want to know what happens later in the game. This is so exciting reading about this. I want to know what happens. I'm happy to say I do actually own Guardians Crusade nowadays on the PSX, but I hate to say it, but I couldn't really... As delightful as it was to, like, play through it and be like, yeah! Because I remembered, like, the 4 bosses, the 4 first bosses of the game. Mushmare, Galestork, Winged Lion, and Yugonga. I know, it's so stupid, but I remember, all these years later, I remember the names of those because I really read through that guide and was like, this is such a cool sounding video game, so I just like pressed the bosses into my mind of like, yeah, it'd be cool to play that game and fight these awesome enemies someday. But yeah, it wasn't like a mind-blowing video game when I finally got to play it. When a good friend of mine like got it used for me when I saw it on sale somewhere, and I was like, that'd be pretty cool. And I explained like why I thought it'd be pretty cool, and my friend was like, well, I think Santa's gonna help you out in this case, so don't worry. And Santa did help out in this case. Yeah, that's how good my friend was. Got in contact with freaking Santa to get that game for me. But so yeah, I got around to finally playing it, and I played for a long while, just being like, I'm finally enjoying this game that I read about as a kid, like, you know, 15 years ago. At that time it was 15, now it's like 25 years ago, I would guess. No, I should have preyed on Haru. It doesn't matter, we won the fight. But yeah, it isn't like a groundbreakingly amazing RPG, so I just kind of didn't have the time to continue it, and I haven't been able to pick it up years later. I guess I should one day. One day I should like pop in, put my PS2 back on the TV, because my PS1... Oops, there we go. Oh, hey, could have stopped it. Oh, fast forward. That's kind of funny. My PS1 does not work anymore, but my PS2 still worked last I checked. Should maybe plug that in and play Guardians Crusade again. Or try to see if I could make my emulator run it. I tried to make Metal Gear Solid once run from the disc on my emulator, but that didn't work super well. Actually, it was a little stuttery. Man, I have no point, like Guardians Crusade, I don't even remember who the developer of that game was, some Japanese firm. For all I know, it could be a big firm, because they were making so many JRPGs back in the 90s. That this was like one of their like side projects of some like big name like Konami or Square or something, who knows? But like, it's such an obscure game that I really don't think it's ever gonna get a port for the PC, so I would probably, if I ever wanted to play it, and I might enjoy, hey, dynamic camera, cool. I would have to figure out how to emulate it from the disc, I guess. I'll keep it in mind as an option, maybe someday I will branch out from my PC only. This looks like an area with a fight, no? Is there anything on this other bridge? Oh, this other bridge was knocked down. Oh, we're getting lots of fizzle HP alts, great. Those will have use. I'm gonna make a quick run around anyway, because I want to check out this bridge. But I'm worried, did we clear... Okay, yeah. This bridge is fine. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an encounter on this bridge as well, though. There we go. No surprises there. I don't know, sorry. I did not intend to go on this, like, old man talking about his days of youth and all his, like, nostalgia pining for games thing. I didn't mean to, but it just kind of, I don't know where it started. I was talking about FF7 and this game again, yeah. I mean, props to Light Fairytale, because it does evoke these emotions in me, so, like, I can't fault the game, at least for that. It does manage to sell me on the old-ass JRPG as like, kind of like, budgety as this is. The experience is here, and I'm, like, getting it here, and, that's great. That is really wonderful, so good job, Neko.works. I'm not sure how many people outside of me appreciate this, like, insane nostalgia bomb here, but, it's certainly, I think I'm exactly the right demographic after listing all these, like, kind of, like, bunkum, like, second-tier JRPGs of yesteryear that, like, actually are my exact jam. even when I've just vicariously enjoyed them. Oh no! Cerberus! Oh goodness. Oh no, and Daiichi's over there in the corner in trouble again. What happens if you come here early? Is it just a big old fight against Cerberus? Oh boy, I don't know. Oh, it's just called the Watchdog. Goodness. Oh, let's go with our basic strat so far. Actually, let's do this real quick. Right bite. Yeah, didn't feel a thing. Let's use that summon of ours. Now's the time, I would say. Let's give that dog another wallop. Crush all! That's so much damage! My healing can't keep up. Let's hope this summon gets to work in. By the way, this is something that Final Fantasy IX did, and I think a lot of people appreciated it back in the day for doing that. But I'm in the minority, and I'm not a crazy fan, is summons where the animation is like this really long animation the first time you use the summon, but after that they use like a really shorter summon. I actually prefer watching big dumb animations for summons. If you're gonna use a summon, it's gotta be a big show, so I never really liked that about Final Fantasy IX, but I believe this marks me as quite the minority here, because I think a lot of people were like relieved that you don't have to sit through long animations like FF8 made you do. FF8 at least had the minigame with the boosting. So it made it a little bit interactive, the animations. Final Fantasy X had the right solution, where you could like turn it off in the options, the long animations. So that's good. It being optional, it being a choice. That was a pretty good move. I appreciated that. Ooh! Got him! Yeah, this was a DPS race. Good thing I used that summon. That really helped out. We'd have had to do a couple more rounds of fighting otherwise. No? Daichi's not here? I could swear I saw his head peeking from behind the pillar when this watchdog was menacing him. Really? Okay. Fine. Oh, butterflies, they heal me. Okay, at least, yeah, okay, good. I was hoping that's what it was. I guess I'm not going back to save. I guess we're just pushing on. Hey, no items used to fight that Cerberus, so that's good. Oh, this mechanic again. But I've got my fire orb equipped, so it must be fine, right? Oh, it actually super is. That's kind of funny. That's kind of cute that actually having the fire orb equipped makes it okay. Unless we walk into that maelstrom over there and get swept up. I'm assuming we have to go to the maelstrom. No? No, we didn't need to go to the maelstrom. That's weird. Like, I thought that'd be the source, so we have to walk there. But okay then, never mind. My mistake. The wind! It stopped! Oh, this must be Daichi. My people are suffering so much. Stop this, please. I beg you. I'm certain that if we work together, we could make you a cure. I dedicate my whole life to it. Frozen solid. Look at that. That's horrifying. I do not want of your petty life. She just killed him! And also, there's an item that I completely missed because I decided not to walk behind that throne. Oops! But also, she just iced that guy. Literally. You came back. Oh, the rats who had forgotten me. I almost got tired of waiting. Actually, the is not, that's singular only, so that's not super appropriate. Why? Why did you do this to him, you monster? Quiet. What makes this mortal think she can argue with me? Now, I want it. More blood! Bring me a young and beautiful vessel. Yes, this arrogant woman shall be my revival. Interesting. Did they talk about there being sacrifices to the ice elemental in the past? I don't remember that plot point anymore. But freaking hero music, apparently. Stay back, Ayaka! What a pretentious young man. Have I ever witnessed such foolishness? I will not let you hurt her! Then you shall feel the coldness of my heart. Oh my gosh, listen to this music. And it's just after the boss fight against the guard dog too. Oh my goodness, are we ready for this? Alright, Ice Elemental, come on. Let's guard for now, I guess? So cold. Interesting, this is still the area music though, isn't it? Or is it like a remix? No, this is some like more heroic version of the area, which is really cool. That part of the pun, the Ice Elemental gets their own theme song here out of this fight. Although, given the tone, it's more like almost for Haru's heroism here, stepping up to fight this this chilly monstrosity. Come on, you. Oh. She acted so fast. She? It's kind of like a she. It, you know, something. Like, immediately came down to attack after giving her their, you know, command. Oh, gosh. Let's ace you with some fire! Yeah. That'll get the work done. I should have used Ayaka's summon right away at the fight, rather than doing that guard thing. Thought I'd guard to, like, see how this fight goes, but now we're getting aced here. You know, I think now, I'm not sure how many more hits we can wither. I think now's a really good time to use a Fizzle HP wall. We've got so many of them, might as well put... Whoa! That was a big crit. Oof. Okay, Haru can definitely eat like one or two more of those, so now I'm gonna... Oh, actually, yeah, it's Haru's turn. Hold on. Ooh, back in the air. Okay, that means she's gonna start dropping that AoE freeze attack, maybe? Maybe. But I'm gonna use my Dark Order at this point. Uh-oh. You know what? This should be... maybe... There we go. Yeah, I thought Ayaka gets her limit break. Her fury after that big blow. So, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I would be fine watching the extended version of this animation. I mean, I freaking watch all the animations in Super Robot Wars, if any of you have been watching my streams of that, so... I got patience for long animations. Icy. Oh, we can't take very many more. Gotta get this flower bed going right now. Thankfully, she gets her action before the Ice Elemental's next move, so that's good. And if this isn't enough, yeah, I'm gonna drop another Fizzle Wall on her turn as well. Oh, really? So little damage, even though it's the weakness. Weird. Ah! Oof. Yeah, my healing cannot keep up with this ice outside of the items, so yeah. Ooh! Okay. Ooh. Lucky. The Ice Summon Orb. Oh, good heavens. Instead of Dark Summon, let's put Ice Summon. So now everyone has Ice Defense if we still have any fights to do in this area. Okay. Come on over here. Another fizzle HP all. Okay, cool. That'll make up for the ones we used up. Oh yeah, I guess I should worry about the old man as well. Oh no. He didn't die in vain. We stopped the elemental thanks to him. I know. He ended up saving his people after all. Gosh, yeah, I guess that is how we should look at it. Okay, we couldn't actually climb up here earlier, so... Well, that's... I'm surprised it went that dark with the guy actually dying. He was kind of like such a comedy character. I was not expecting a fate like that for him.